What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Speaking of support, I'd appreciate if you guys go into the description box below. You can see the link to my new true crime channel, Sinister Intent. I'd appreciate it if you're new to the channel and you like the material. By all means, go and check the other channel out and subscribe. Show your support. Now, speaking of Sinister Intent, a lot of people know this young girl's face. A lot of people don't. For those that don't, this girl right here is 15-year-old Carly Gregg out of Mississippi. Now, in March, this girl shot her mother, Ashley Smiley, age 40, a math teacher at Northwest Rankin High School in Mississippi. Same school that Carly goes to, her own mother, in the face with a .357 Magnum 3 times, right? Then what she did after that, as her mother was lie dead on the floor, she goes and gets her mother's cell phone and texts her stepdad and asks him when he'll be home. And when he walks in the door, she shoots him too in the shoulder. Luckily, he wrestles the gun from her, which she then flees. But she was found guilty Friday and sentenced to life without parole. She should have been sentenced to death, in my opinion. 15 years old. This girl, ladies and gentlemen, killed her mother after an argument ensued of her mother finding marijuana and a vape pen in her room. Take a look at the story. We'll come back and talk about it. I want you to pay close attention to the crocodile tears and how they got her looking in court. Like the way they do her hair and the way they put these dresses on to make her look innocent and sweet. This woman, this young girl right here is evil personified. And something should have been done with her a long time ago. Take a look.
Looks can be deceiving. This 14-year-old with bushy bangs is a cold-blooded killer. She fatally shot her mother in the face and tried to kill her stepfather. As Jim Murray reports, it took the jury no time at all to decide this case.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder.
A baby-faced teenager hears a jury's damning verdict. A home surveillance camera caught the moment 15-year-old Carly Gregg shot her mother to death in their home. She creeps through the house, a handgun behind her. Moments later, the sickening sound of gunshots. Then she coolly sits in the kitchen and lures her stepfather into an ambush by texting him from her mother's phone. "When will you be home, honey?" Her stepfather testified about what happened when he returned.
When I opened the door to the kitchen there, gun went off in my face.
Wounded in the shoulder, he frantically called 911. Police body cam video shows Carly appeared calm and composed when she was arrested. Her hands were swabbed for gunshot residue.
Which hand did you shoot with?
The jurors were shown a disturbing diary entry written by Carly that went, "You don't need family. It's okay to be evil." In a heart-stopping moment, the prosecutor brandished the murder weapon and reenacted the crime.
Fired once, you hear her mother scream. Fired twice, you hear her mother scream. 1, 2, 3, 4, you hear the third shot.
Lawyers argued she should be found not guilty by reason of insanity, but the jury clearly didn't buy it. After just 1 hour of deliberation, they returned with a guilty verdict. Carly wept openly as the jury recommended a sentence of life without parole.
As part of their insanity defense, Carly's lawyers claim she told her doctor she felt like a zombie due to the medication she was taking for anxiety and depression.
All right, now to this disturbing murder out of Mississippi. 15-year-old Carly Gregg has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for killing her mother and trying to kill her stepfather.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment.
Gregg sobbed in court as the verdict was read. She was charged as an adult after she had turned down a plea deal to serve 40 years in jail. The circumstances of this heinous crime are bone-chilling. This video from inside the home shows, and it was shown in court, by the way, shows Carly Gregg in her house, racing around, walking around with something behind her back. It was later determined that something was the family's .357 Magnum. And then you hear this. After shooting her mother 3 times, Carly then goes back into the kitchen where she sits down, texts her stepfather from her mother's phone, luring him back to the house. When he arrived, she tries to shoot him, but he's able to wrestle the gun away and call 911.
She what? She killed her mom! She killed her mom? Yeah! That's what I'm screaming about! Where's the mom? Mama, when I do this, she tried to kill me! Where's the mom?
Gregg's attorneys tried to argue that she was mentally ill, but psychiatrists testified that she did not meet that legal standard, not guilty by reason of insanity. And the jury agreed. The jury deliberated for only 2 hours. Joining us now is trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Maris. I was struck by the fact that the prosecutor got up and said, Carly Gregg is evil, and sometimes evil comes in young packages.
It's really stunning. It's really stunning.
She looks like she's 8.
Absolutely, and she's 14 at the time this was committed. She's 15 years old now. And to your point, Elizabeth, those are chilling words. And it all relates back to what prosecutors were looking for. They were not only looking to convict her and to convict her outside of the defense argument, not guilty by reason of insanity, convict her on these very serious charges, but also life without parole was on the table. Ultimately, that was her sentence. So they have to show that basically she's not able to be rehabilitated. And that's why you hear prosecutors using that language.
Part of what probably helped them make them that argument is this home video. There's a home surveillance camera that's recording. It records her looking both ways, then sort of, stealthily walking with the gun hidden behind her back to her own bedroom where her mother is. They have just had a fight because the mother's confronted Carly because she's found vape pens and marijuana in her room. It's hard to believe that a fight over something as small as that could lead to violence like this.
Absolutely, and so tragic. And to your point, Elizabeth, that's exactly what the case is about. So defense, not guilty by reason of insanity, what does that mean? That means she doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. That's the definition. Mental illness alone is not enough. So anytime you have somebody who's acting very intentionally, and we have this video that we see, so going into the room, 3 shots. She tried to tamper
with time in between.
With time in between.
It's not like boom, boom, boom.
And then trying to lure the stepfather back. There's also, she was convicted of tampering with evidence. She tried to destroy that video. She invites a friend over, says, have you ever seen a dead body before? I mean, all of those actions show that she knew the difference. And that's where you see a conviction and the defense unsuccessfully raising insanity.
Okay, the defense attorneys argue that Carly was having a mental health crisis at the time. They say she was depressed, that she was hearing voices, that she was cutting herself, that she had an eating disorder. The stepfather, who she tried to shoot and kill, and you can hear him on that 911 call, absolutely distraught, he actually took the stand for the prosecution and mouthed, I love you, to Carly in court, and still tried to make the point that he also thought that she was mentally ill.
Yes, he obviously still cared about her despite the fact that this heinous murder occurred, and that, again, she tried to lure him back, sending a message from her mother's phone, when are you coming home, honey, to him to get him back into the house. Even still, it is heartbreaking and interesting to see that, you have one of the family members, her stepfather, asking for leniency, but still the jury ultimately came to the conclusion that she should be behind bars for the rest of her life.
Carly's lawyers are planning planning to appeal the verdict and the sentence.
Right.
What are the chances they'll get that overturned or mitigated in some way?
Well, whenever you have a minor who has been given a sentence of life without parole, there are certain factors that have to be taken into consideration. There's a Supreme Court case called the Miller case. And so age has to be a factor the jury considers.
You're right, ma'am. They should consider age. They should also consider intent. She meant to kill these people. Talking about she blamed it on the medication. It made her feel like a zombie. Oh, yeah, well, now you're the walking dead because you'll be sitting in jail for the rest of your fucking life. You're a stupid ass. No medication would stop you from luring your father back to the house after shooting your mother in the face with the family self-defense handgun in the house for intruders. She smoked her mom, y'all. That's vicious. To shoot somebody in the face with a handgun of that caliber, just shooting one time would leave you in shock with the damage that you do. A .357 Magnum is no joke. And she let it off like it was nothing. Boom, boom, boom on her mom. First shot she shot her, the woman was still screaming. Didn't stop her. Sound of the gun didn't stop her. The bang. Criminal intent. She wanted to achieve the objective, and she did. Then she went and got on her mom's phone to lure the dad back to the house. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. For a man to be screaming like that on a 911 call that y'all heard, you know he had to be terrified. A grown man. Think about that. How could a person do that? These people are providing for you. So what was your plan? You was going to kill them and just live in the house? Who going to pay the bills? Your dumbass 15, you can't even work. Bring your friend over here. You ever seen the dead body before? You fucking stupid ass. I feel nothing for this child. Because she was old enough to make them decisions. At 15 years old, you know better. You know better. See what they did with the psychological exam? We think she's crazy. Nah, she nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this witch. She all right. Stupid. Stupid. But she killed her when she was 14. Now you 15, locked up, looking dumb. They got you looking like Shirley Temple or one of them people back in those old black and white films. You up there making ugly faces like you want a Charlie Brown cartoon. That shit don't play in court. Nobody cares about that. Save them stupid ass crocodile tears and that baby attitude when you did the most evilest thing you could by killing your parents, the providers in your house. See what she said? You don't need family. It's okay to be evil. Good. Sit your devilish ass up there in that penitentiary where you going and rot like the rest of them people up in there that did the same thing similar to what you did. Now I'm going to tell you something. A lot of y'all are saying, oh, well, she'll go to jail and they'll take care of her. No, they won't. Because she's going with people that are like her in there. She's just younger. She'll get corrupted. She'll find her way. She'll get in where she fit in jail life. And she'll continue to live her life. Said the stepdad said, I love you. For fucking what? She tried to kill you, stupid ass. That's just me. I'm a very unforgiving person sometimes when I see what the intent was to do something to somebody. You can't take that back. You can't take it back when you looked me in my face and shot me with my own damn gun. This is crazy. It's like nowadays, a lot of these young kids, when we was mad a long time ago, we'd say in our head, man, I hate them. I hate her. Or I hate him. Our parents. Now, they just manifest it in the physical form and just take people out of here. Now you in a courtroom with a bunch of strangers crying on your lawyer. That dumbass face. I want to smack it off, smack the expression off her face. Trifling. Trifling behavior. Nobody feels sorry for you. You're going to get up there and cry. The fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If it was up to me, she'd go smell the roses right now. Not another meal, not another sunset, not another sunrise. Take them out like they take other people out. See you in the next video. Take care.